Good evening, everyone. Welcome to some more Zelda 1 Rookie Rumble randomizer action. We have BlessedBe versus cobbaconda. My name is Tracy M, and with me to tell you about these runners is Nick has a game. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm doing great tonight, Tracy. We've had a couple of really fantastic races happening in the earlier hours of the evening, and we have two more great racers here tonight. We have Blessed Be coming into tonight's race with a record of 1-0, while Cobb stands at 1-1. Now, Cobb needs a win here tonight to keep himself mathematically in contention for an automatic advancement into the bracket stage. Meanwhile, Blessed Be is looking to clinch his spot in the bracket stage, and a win here tonight will do it, as we're going to be getting started here in just a second.
And yeah, to your comment about the earlier races, if you missed let me find it, the previous race on SG Main, uh, go back and watch the VOD. I won't spoil the result, but it was definitely worth the time. It was Special K versus Bomby. So go back, check that race out after you're done watching this one, and you will not be disappointed.
We're starting off here in
Oh,
the desert tonight with a
we got a
any.
Chester disciple and a candle picker-upper from Cobb.
Yeah, there's a reason I always call that one my favorite open cave. It's always got something good for me, except when it doesn't. Now, looking at the history of tonight's runners, Cobb is the newer runner, but he's been making waves early with some very impressive times in practice races. Meanwhile, Blessed Be has also been putting in a lot of practice on Z1R, and he's also a frequent player of games like Football Manager 2022 and Step Mania, though some folks may recognize him as being a top runner of that 90s Genesis classic Toe Jam and Earl. Quite a variety there for Blessed Be. As our runners started heading toward the northeast, they're diverging a little bit now. Blessed Be heading up into the hills, Cobb
Okay,
favoring the
so I
forest.
have to interrupt you. So first of all, we got a 103 large secret, which isn't bad. A little bit higher than usual, so good to that. And we're gonna need that money because did you see the price of those bombs?
I sure did. Not a friendly thing at all.
40 bombs, 40 rupee bombs, max roll up. That's not cool game.
Cobb finds some any roads. The any roads are going to get our runners across the map pretty far, one of them leading right into the heart of Death Mountain here, as Blessed Be continues up into the far northeast corner here and finds a blue ring.
All right, and actually that is the second quest vanilla blue ring shop. But yeah, the small secret at 37. We're gonna need all of that money. Hopefully, the medium secret is 37. Hopefully, we'll get a good small secret as well because we're gonna need it. And level 8. We'll see if we can pirouette a bomb hole here, and if not, there's really nothing we can do here.
But sure enough, it does open up. Blessed Be wants to dig in here. Not going to get very far with
Goodbye.
that ladder block.
High 8 by 8. Can't do anything in there. Need a ladder. Might hard require the ladder depending whether those other walls bomb or not. But we can't check that without actual bombs. We cannot pirouette the side from that location.
Meanwhile, an any road has spit out Cobb at vanilla start. He's going to dig around here a little bit in a couple of these open caves. Both are runners keeping an eye out for their wood sword, which will be an open cave tonight. Somewhere out there.
I like the idea of trying to candle the blue Octorok because they are a bomb dropper. Unfortunately, it only did 1 damage. It wasn't didn't the knockback was too much for the actual kill. So more money, another mid secret for Blessed. Okay, gonna go. And of course, that extra heart from Bless means he didn't pick up the candle yet, so he's not able to check these candle locations yet. Has enough money to buy a candle should he find a shop, though.
Of course, with that extra heart, that does mean that if he happens upon the White Sword Cave, then his first sword could end up being the White Sword. That is one of the flags that's been set for the duration of this Rookie Rumble, is that the White Sword is fixed in the White Sword Cave location.
Small secret of 5, not ideal given the bomb prices. Hopefully, once we get a weapon, we'll be able to find lots of bomb droppers and won't have to buy those bombs.
Yeah, a lot of things our runners might want to be saving up that money for. Out here somewhere in the world, there are going to be 2 hint shops that will have hints ranging Somewhere in between about 100, 150 total. Mixed hints in tonight's seed. Some of them could point our runners in the direction of some very valuable items.
Meet the mob in the Dead Woods. That would be the magic sword location, because we don't actually say the item for the magic sword. If it's the white sword, it will specifically tell us it's the white sword, because normally that's a randomized item. Oh, BlessedBe trying to get to the coast to see what's there. Takes the death. Hopefully is able to get that with a more convenient, say coast check with some bombs. If we ever get a weapon to kill enemies, or just have to pay $40 for those bombs.
Absolutely. And even though we do have the vanilla enemy groups out here on the overworld and in the underworld as well, some of them have set themselves up to provide quite a challenge to our runners just getting around the overworld. We have a couple of early deaths and still no sign of a sword for either runner.
Yeah, the enemies shuffled with their enemy groups, mainly because some early returns on practice seeds with Dark Nuts and Wizrobes both being in the same dungeon. Not really kind for a beginner level tournament, so that was changed relatively quickly. Still, only dungeon we found is 8. Still looking for that white sword and that wood sword.
Yeah, a fair portion of East Hyrule explored between our two runners, and not a lot to pull away from it so far. They're going to have to maybe make it to the west side of the map here if they want to find some useful items. And
Yeah,
some
I think we're going to have to buy a bomb somewhere. Honestly, I would have been, yeah, 101 you see would barely max out. So probably okay to have picked that secret up. But I definitely would be aware of the fact that a large secret right now for BlessedBe, or for either one of our runners at this point, is going to put them at max, and they're not going to get the full value of it. Okay, going to grab a heart. We're still grabbing hearts. I mean, if we find a candle shop, that's an extra heart for BlessedBe.
BlessedBe doubling down on that white sword, first sword strategy, although doesn't quite know the location of it yet. So we'll see if that pays off.
Well, there's Magic Sword, and yeah, near the Dead Woods. As it was, I didn't realize that particular location was the Dead Woods, but we'll say that it must have been.
It's in the same zip code.
Yeah, it's right there. Okay, gonna take this refill. Since he doesn't have a candle, there's nothing you can look at over here except vanilla level 3. So I think we're gonna head up towards the Death Armos. Meanwhile, Cop is going to be checking out the Lost Hills. There's our white sword, and we do get it. So now BlessedBe either gets to get a candle out of the wood sword cave, or can just buy one.
Yeah, and that early white sword could be a huge boon for BlessedBe, as Cobb still is entirely swordless. So that wood sword playing hide and seek with our runners tonight.
And this is his first heart container right here.
We did find a hint shop. It's going to be rather pricey today.
So, you know what the best thing about this white sword is? We have bombs now for BlessedBe. Now, apparently we saw a hint shop. Missed that. We do find level 7 over here. I think this was in the waterfall cave. And this is going to be the candle buy for BlessedBe.
A couple of early gambles for BlessedBe have paid off huge, as he now has everything that Cobb has and then some.
Yep. And Cobb is going to find this white sword and may or may not even be able to pick it up, because we don't know if it. We know 5 will do it. We don't know if 4 will do it. Okay, and once we find one candle shop, they're all going to be candle shops. Okay, I gotta ask you, because you say you and BlessedBe go back a little bit. I'm seeing some sort of background mark on the screen there.
I am not quite sure what that is.
Okay, we'll have to ask after the race. And we do find level 4. And with a white sword, we can go through, do stuff here.
Cobb picking up his 5th heart, that's going to give him enough to get the white sword here very shortly.
Definitely be able to get that white sword now. Wizrobe dungeon, not what you want to see here.
It is the smallest dungeon that we've found so far, so that might be
By far.
why BlessedBe is trying to pop into here, maybe find a useful item or two fairly on, but oh man, it is just getting worse and worse with every passing room.
Yeah, it's gonna burn this key. Could manage to get, might be able to get to the, yeah, it's gonna be able to get to the Triforce room. Nice bomb drop. It's gonna make use of that immediately, I like that. Gets another key out of it, which is good. Ooh, this is not what you want to deal with. Okay, unfortunately, we can't use it unless there's a bomb wall here that we haven't found. Can't use the trick of leaving after one of those is dead. And coming back in. Oh, takes the death.
Down to the last segment, but wasn't enough.
Should at least be able to go back in here and get the Triforce if he wants it. I'm not sure I would dig too hard in this dungeon right now. If I would, I would get the Triforce first, get some full health.
Meanwhile, Cobb is in level 3.
An even smaller dungeon.
And definitely a lot friendlier, as this is going to be our Gorilla enemy set.
That is a really small 3. Okay, BlessedBe finds 3 as well. Yeah, I would have... Yeah, I mean, he could have gone back in for the Triforce, and he did, and took the death to the Wizrobe. Nice block clip from Cobb. Silver arrows. Okay, we need those.
Absolutely, and that's a great early find for Cobb. Now, just going to keep an eye out for a bow to go along with that.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see early silvers. BlessedBe is not going to miss those. The race is not going to come down to anyone going into 9 looking for silvers that aren't there.
But as you said, this level 3 being very small portends a couple things. 1 and 2 will be either just as small, if not smaller, and there's a power bracelet on the floor for Cobb.
Nice.
But it also is going to greatly increase the likelihood that levels 5 and especially 6 could be really big tonight.
Mm-hmm. Or even level 4. You know, we didn't see much of level 4, but we saw enough to not be particularly happy about it. So this will be the silvers for Blessed. We'll see if he decides to use that key. I mean, that could be the Triforce room. We haven't seen the Triforce yet. He's going to go ahead and spend that key. This could also be a key for a key. It's not unusual in these dungeons. Oh, it's a compass. Okay, that actually is... I'd say that's worth the spending of a key.
Compass pointing to the other side of 3, and here Cobb is walking into that room.
It. There we go.
Goma not protecting that Triforce very well at all.
Power bracelet for Blessed.
It looks like very quickly our runners are going to completely clear out level 3. They will not need to come back here.
All right, both are going to be going to have that first Triforce.
Meanwhile, Cobb is checking out these southwest corner spots that BlessedBe already covered. Pretty much our runners neck and neck now, 13 minutes in. And BlessedBe says, I want to try level 4 some more.
Honestly, I might just grab the Triforce and get out of here. The advantage to getting the Triforce now rather than waiting is if we do get a recorder, I can come back here for checking this dungeon later. Maybe have a better item set at that point. With no keys, I really can't do a whole lot else.
Right behind BlessedBe, also in level 4. Is he gonna stick around here?
Yeah, this is his first time in 4, I believe.
Yep, he's a few seconds away from getting the bad news that this dungeon is quite Wizrobe infested. And you're absolutely right. BlessedBe picks up that Triforce, and he is not sticking around.
No, it's a good dungeon to keep in mind to come back to. You want to come back with just slightly better combat. Maybe that blue ring, or maybe we'll find a red ring before then. Maybe magic sword even. That's just anything that can make even just extra hearts, just anything that makes the dungeon better. And all we have in the grave is more money lost.
Cobb 0-1 in this level 4 so far is going to give another try. Gets a
Grab
lucky
that Triforce.
clock, absolutely.
Yeah, not Triforce. Grab that clock. Get that key. I would grab this Triforce and go. Slight advantage in having 2 keys left. BlessedBe has used both of those keys. And another hint shop. Could buy a hint right now, but maybe wants to save money for other things. Unfortunately, the hint's not very close to start. Because that's the ideal, the ideal situation with your hints. You get a hint close to start, and you check it, and you up a retry out of the hints. Oh, we find the any roads. I think we saw. I guess we didn't see this one yet.
Yeah, and those any roads are fairly scattered about Hyrule today. One right here in the middle. Yeah, absolutely.
Another potion shop. Silly better location for it. So, I don't know if we've seen a second bomb shop since we found the first one. Now, our runners, now that they have weapons to kill things with, have not really had trouble with bombs. But that could be an interesting factor later on.
Yeah, with money such an issue in tonight's seed, I don't know if I would be able to justify dropping 40, but you never know. Could be late in the run, and you need a few more bombs just to reach a Triforce or an item, and you know where a bomb shop is, as Cobb finds
the problem is, we've only found the one. Don't think it may be the rare shop this time. Let's see, there's our coast item. It is just a coast heart, not unusual. And blessed, or losing all the money he had. Gonna do the coastline. Finds level 2. Okay, we're gonna do this. Oh no, we're not gonna do this.
Unless one of those sidewalls bombs open, but I don't know if BlessedBe wants to waste a bomb on that.
Yeah, we can. I think we can pirouette those.
Yep,
we go left and right. Worth at least checking.
And BlessedBe is going to do exactly that and hope that that left side wall, which is probably the more likely one to open.
Nope. We can try one more. Okay, not going to try the other one. Probably is just hard ladder blocked. And we find level 9 right next to it, which if we get a recorder is super nice, because we'll be able to recorder to 2 and get right into 9.
Mm-hmm. Cobb digging very deep into Death Mountain now, and he's got enough bombs to finish off this area.
Maybe we'll find a wood sword up here. Not that that matters at this point.
No,
Ooh,
but we
level
do find level
6.
6.
So that is, yeah, so that is something that BlessedBe is going to have to get up to that northwest corner and up into Death Mountain to find this level 6. So it might be a while before he gets up there.
Another watery room. Can you bomb out of it? Yes, you can.
And 103 rupees there. We're awfully close to a blue ring. Although the blue ring did not roll down at all, so we do have a 250 rupee cost if we want it.
Yep. BlessedBe quickly approaching that amount. Cobb already there.
Yep. We won't have to buy arrows, at least. There won't be a lot of things we'll be needing to spend our money on. Although, you know, a bomb upgrade here or there would be nice. Oh, there's a candle shop we could have gotten to a lot earlier. If we'd had bombs. Compass out of 6 for Cobb. And it's going to take this transport. Didn't take him very far.
A little bit closer in the direction of the Triforce, but still probably plenty of this level 6 to go, as we've seen some very small dungeons on the front half.
Don't like the use of the key there. You might have been able to save a key by going around. At least 6 has a nice enemy set, though. Well, we're not going that way. I'm not going to be able to bomb north, either. Might be able to go up this way. Nice key.
Cobb heading in the general direction of the Triforce, but is hoping to find an item along the way here. Pushes, but no push out of those blocks.
That could have done it. Oh, we are bow blocked. Oh no, there might be a way to get around that.
Yeah,
looking
come
at
up
that
from
map.
the bottom of that shoot room might be the only option to get to that Triforce without first finding the bow.
Yeah, we can find a way into that shoot room from the bottom. Yeah, I would be, as much as it pains me to use a key, I would have gone, would have liked to seen him go to the right there and through one of those key doors.
In the meantime, BlessedBe, making a lot more overworld headway here, has found some more take anys and is up to 8 hearts.
And finds level 7. Oh, we found this already. But now we have some items, you know, we have a white sword. No
Level
keys,
7,
that's not good.
Never anybody's favorite level to dig, but BlessedBe figures, I'm here, might as well see what it has.
It's the biggest dungeon. Oh, you know what? Just grab that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, grab that. Get your health refilled. Again, if you find a recorder, you can come back easily. Also, get those bombs. Okay, he's gonna bomb the hole first. Good call.
Unless I either found a hint telling me to come back here, or literally every other item spot has been checked, I would take that Triforce and forget I ever saw level 7.
Well, I mean, it's not even just that. Like, you can grab that Triforce and come back in with full health if you want to dig, because it's room 2. There's a compass we don't care about. So, even whether you stay or whether you go, I would grab the Triforce in this case. You know, a lot of times you don't want to grab the Triforce because you're deep in a dungeon and you don't want to have to come back into it, but that's just not the case here. And it is a Darknut dungeon, so this could get very ugly very quickly.
Cobb getting roughed up by a room of blue gorillas says, I've had enough of level 6 for now, I'll come back later.
Let's see if there's anything here. Oh, there is an item here. See, it looks like he's going to go for the clip. Not quite. Looks like he was a little too low. Yeah, it's gonna give up on it and go ahead and just kill these guys.
Letter all the way up here in Death Mountain, but Cobb picks that up. He's got the money to buy potion and a bunch of other things.
And it's just the transport. That's not ideal. And I'll take it, not even taking us that far. Into a blue Darknet room and into a ladder block.
I couldn't help but notice this level 7's fairly small.
Go back and grab the Triforce. Go grab the Triforce. Why are you not just go? I mean, yeah. Oh, that okay. I don't understand. Maybe forgot.
Oh, absolutely. In the heat of this running, it would be very easy to forget that you saw the Triforce and didn't pick it up. So
yeah, just grab the Triforce, and you may never have to go back there again. And now you absolutely have to go back there again. Like, the only way this works out well for him is if he ends up grabbing the coming back to 7 for the Triforce and digs it for something important. But at this point, it looks like whatever's in here is behind potentially both a ladder and a bow, which are the things that we know we need.
Still no sign of level 1 and its 3 items. Runners must be starting to think maybe there's a bow and or a ladder awaiting them in there somewhere.
It could happen. Oh, there's our wood sword. And 2 useless hints for BlessedBe here. Probably gonna up a retry out of this. Wow, not even a single useful hint. So just to be clear about the hints, because there are flag sets with hints that actually give you wrong information. These hints are a combination of either useful hints or just essentially community hints. So things that basically just tell you nothing. Those 3 hints were those community hints. Anything that says something about actual items will be a true hint. Is not going to grab that secret because he has 220 rupees. And if it's max, he will max out at 255. We don't want that. Cobb, meanwhile, near the lake, also probably get... No? Okay, well, it was a 5, so it's fine. Without a ladder, it's gonna... Yeah, BlessedBe needs to do this screen scroll. Check this location before screen scrolling. I believe this is why it's called the Forgotten Spot.
Remaining forgotten as BlessedBe.
Oh my god, those are really expensive potions. 82 for a red. But you're not saving money by buying the blues because those are 55. Okay, 5.
At this point, I might buy one of those while I have max money, even if I don't have any intention of using it until much later, and then be able to start picking up secrets I find along the way.
Oh, there's level 1. Okay, we're gonna get some... No, okay, so... Power bracelet not required. We have it. It's nice. Like, okay.
Very early staircase here in level 1. Is that going to be an item?
Oh, level 8 has the ladder. That's super useful.
And speaking of useful, here's a book in level 1. That book is going to come with a full set of maps for the rest of the dungeons. As we see that level 1 is segmented.
Look at that level 1. That poor little segment. Oh, that poor segment. Okay, so if I'm BlessedBe, that we've found ladder blocks everywhere. We've seen level 8. I'm headed to level 8.
Absolutely.
Does find an extra potion shop in what would otherwise be a useless location because we know that the bracelet does not lock anything. And Cobb is going to dig out level 1, which, it's a small dungeon. It's 3 items. We are going to have an extra transport staircase, which you normally see in level 1. He's going to skip that staircase for now.
Oh, that was the staircase that had the book in it earlier.
Oh, right. We've already seen that.
Yeah. Cobb fighting this patcher, even though there's a key sitting there on the floor. I think he, nope.
Yeah, if you could just get it down enough so that he can get to the key. On the other hand, if you just kill it and you have to come back in the dungeon, you never have to worry about it again. It stays dead. And you did manage to get it so that it was in the non-expando version permanently. So yeah, that patch was dead and gone forever and ever. And a Guria set, so not so bad to dig here. And honestly, this death isn't bad. You've already killed the Patra, so you don't have to kill it again. Now you're back up to 3 hearts, not that far from where you started. And BlessedBe is going to dig level 8, because we know that there's a ladder in here.
Of course, walking straight up from the lobby at level 8, you find a ladder block, quite ironically, but it bombs to the right.
It had to bomb. It had to bomb one of the directions.
Yep.
Grab the clock.
We have a Dark Nut dungeon for level 8.
Better than Wizropes. Not by much, but you know. Okay, we do have some... Here we go, okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot in this tournament of runners trying to get the Dodongos down with 1 bomb. And honestly, I watched the top runners play this game, and most of them will just immediately go to the 2-bomb strat. Unless they're, like, really hurting, you know, down to, like, 1 bomb. Hey, there's the ladder. Imagine that. If we'd had bombs... Oh, meantime, Cobb finds an any key in 1.
2 great items. Gonna lead our runners on very quickly diverging paths here. As we see, BlessedBe is at 0 keys and could very much use that any key right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't know how much of this 8 I actually dig. We found the ladder as the item that we need. Yeah, we're still looking for a bow, but it is a Dark Nut dungeon. Oh, another item in 1. We get a boomerang on the floor. So that's everything out of 1. Also, like the pickup of the boomerang. Big fan of... You can use it to kill these gels, if nothing else. And there's our Triforce. Cobb is going to be done with 1 very shortly.
Yeah, BlessedBe might be thinking, having already run both hint shops to completion, that there's not going to be any more help in locating the missing bow, and there are still 2 items to be found here in level 8.
It won't be in this room, because that's a shutter door. But yeah, if I'm Cobb, I either... If I'm not going to buy a blue ring, I would definitely buy that potion. And if I'm going to buy a blue ring, I would just go buy a blue ring right now. Before you run into more door repairs. And BlessedBe is going to probably hope that this room drops a key. Oh, hey, there's another bomb shop. Yep, no keys. Can't really do anything more in this without keys. It'd be great if you could find 1. It's really an interesting dichotomy in terms of where these runners are. BlessedBe having that ladder, knowing that it's required. Hey, this could be another item. Cobb has the any key and could really, you know, start clearing some dungeons that are key locked, except that he doesn't know that this ladder is here.
Yeah, Cobb's sitting at 255 rupees for a while now. I would definitely be
spend
thinking
them.
about checking out those hints at the very least.
Check out the hints. Check out buy a blue ring, buy a potion, buy it. Well, you can't. You're not. Okay, there we go. We're gonna buy the ring. Do something with that money. I mean, he's left several secrets on the table because he's been at max money for a while now. And it looks like BlessedBe is just going to go ahead and leave 8. Has gotten 2 items out of there. There is one more staircase item. Oh, he's going to go back in. Okay. No, he's not going to go back in. Okay. And same thing for BlessedBe. Do something with those rupees. You know, save up. Go get the blue ring somewhere. You know, you need a few more rupees, but you're close. Yeah, he hasn't gotten the letter, so he can't buy a potion. Does have the silvers for buying arrows, doesn't make sense. It has done the hints. So really there isn't much left. Yeah, okay, he's going to buy the blue ring right here. Because we did have a second quest, Vanilla Blue Ring Shop.
Both our runners armored up. Cobb's gonna pop into this Wizrobe level 5.
5 is disgusting. It's huge. Which, you know, which we kind of saw coming because we had that tiny little level 3. A reminder that 1 through 6 are all on the same grid, so to speak, and then 7 through 9. So the smaller the smaller dungeons are, if you will, the larger the later dungeons are going to be. We're going to get our first raft check, see if that thing's required. So far, it is not.
I think we've seen all our levels tonight, 1 through 9. So Raft and Power Bracelet. Power Bracelet we already knew wasn't going to help us.
Right. I think you are correct. We've seen the Magic Sword, and we've seen the White Sword. And so, yeah, the Raft isn't going to lead to anything at this point. BlessedBe still hasn't seen level 6. Or I don't think he's seen this level 5 either, or even the level 1. So it has quite a bit of exploration to do. Cobb, I think, has seen everything, but he's seen 8, he's seen 7. I think. He may have seen all his dungeons by now.
But one thing Cobb has not seen is the hint about the ladder in 8.
Yep.
It might take him a while to get there. And
that is absolutely correct.
Meanwhile, the only tool that BlessedBe is missing that could end up being required somewhere is the recorder if we run into a dig dog or somewhere in a dungeon.
But at 1 key, finding level 1 and getting that any key would be really big.
Bait block, saying hello to our runners here in level 5, but not doing any real blocking.
Absolutely useless bait block.
That's a shame. The bait was cheap, too.
And we have money. Like, Cobb is already back to 51 rupees after buying that blue ring. Bow in 5. Okay, BlessedBe finds level 1, so he's going to get his any key. That bow is not hard to find out of 5, so both runners are going to be able to pick that up pretty easily. At this point, the only item, like you say, that recorder is the only item left that could be required. And only if we see a dig dogger block, because there's not going to be anything behind Recorder Lake.
BlessedBe booking it through 1, quite literally picking up the book.
We'll see what he does in this next room with the Patra. Just has the 1 key, so he's going to want to pick this up, not knowing the any key is going to come up relatively soon. Grabs the key, yeah, just reset the room. I don't think he wants to kill it.
Just let that guy do his thing for a few cycles and try and sneak through. Even if it means taking a bop or 2, but not 3 and definitely not 4. Whew!
Okay, now we're not in great shape for this room. Oh, yeah. And this is why Cobb, I think, ended up killing the Patra in the first place. Just once he's dead, it's just gone forever.
Cobb, meanwhile, very quickly making it to the top of level 5. This is the Triforce room.
So we got a bow out of 5, and you know what? Like, I'd leave. A red ring would be nice. Well, okay, he doesn't have the ladder yet, so maybe he goes back in for the ladder, but it's a big 5. I could definitely still see leaving, even without knowing the knowledge of the ladder. Cobb has seen ladder blocks. He's seen the one. I'm pretty certain he's seen both 2 and 8. And 8 looks like it's ladder blocked, even though it's not quite ladder blocked because we can bomb.
That could be bad news if he decides 8 is ladder blocked. He may not look there for the ladder.
Yeah, well, best case scenario for him is he finds some money and can get those hints. It's possible Cobb hasn't seen 2. I'm pretty certain both runners have seen 8. We obviously BlessedBe has seen it because he's been there. No, don't go the transport. I mean, to be fair, it's 1. It could be a floor drop. It could be. Oh, he already did it. Okay, still. I mean, it could have been something, but it's 1 room. I would have kept. I'd like to see more of this dungeon first, if it were me.
It's never something until you choose not to go to it. Then it's everything.
Yeah, that's so true. Randomizer. Walls of randomizers. And the map that we don't need anymore at level 1. Okay, we are in the vicinity of 8. And there's the any key for BlessedBe. That'll be really useful. Now, I don't think BlessedBe has seen 5 or 6.
No, and we'll see if he ends up making one of those his next priority to find.
Ooh, look at that 8. That 8 is really disgusting. Okay, we are immediately ladder blocked. As Cobb should have known already. We saw that the bomb wall was already there from the earlier pirouette. We do have to get through these dark nuts. Once again, we're seeing why Triforce rooms don't normally have enemies in them in the vanilla game. The ladder was on the floor in one of these early rooms to the right. To the left. Down to 1 bomb! Oh no. Okay, well, I don't think it was there. Was it in this one?
Yeah, that Dodongo room unfortunately was the ladder room.
Yeah, it was,
0
wasn't it?
bombs. We'll see if Cobb revisits it sooner or rather than later. But so far, nobody willing to drop bombs for Cobb.
Yeah. He needs these either the Gibdos or the red dark nuts to drop him some bombs. There we go.
Meanwhile, BlessedBe here in level 5, he's going to find his bow in short order, and assuming Cobb finds the ladder, this is going to remain a very tight race here.
Yes. Nice thing for Cobb, though, is he's going to be able to stay in this dungeon a little bit better because he's got the any key. This was a very key-heavy dungeon. And BlessedBe, having not gotten the any key first, had to leave because he ran out. Alright, round 2 with the Dodongos.
That BMOS in the middle, not
There
making
we
it
go.
easy, but Cobb clears one out, picks up some more bombs. That should be enough for him to finish the rest of these guys off.
And gets his ladder. Now, this entire dungeon should be open to Cobb now. No reason to leave it at this point. BlessedBe finds the bow. Cobb finds the raft.
That raft, just a fairly useless set of hot dogs tonight.
Yeah. Cobb maybe hasn't seen 2 yet. Because otherwise there's no reason to pick that up. Transport for Cobb. And check that map. So one more item in 8. I do believe we still have a second item in 5. Did we see the second item in 5?
I don't recall seeing one, and I think that is what is on BlessedBe's mind. But he has made it up to this Triforce room. He's going to go ahead and take that and head
I
out.
might have gone, at least bomb to the right just to see if you can score the quick second item. But again, red ring would be nice. Recorder might be, could still be required, but no signs of any dig doggers yet, so good chance it won't be. Yeah, but he still needs to find his other levels. Recorder, on his mind, the recorder could, to his way of thinking, recorder could still be required, but actually, for that matter, I don't think he's ruled out the raft yet, but he will in just a second. We do get a little extra money, so that's good. Hey, the big secret.
BlessedBe, not really the one who needs the extra money at this point, though, as he's bought just about anything he could possibly need. Cobb, however, probably really starting to think if I had bought those hints, maybe that would have pointed me to the ladder sooner. If my opponent did, he might be ahead. But no, our runners are fairly close together here. The only advantage is Cobb has cleared out level 8 for the Triforce, as BlessedBe hops into level 4, knows where the Triforce is.
Yeah, I think he just grabs this and goes. No, he already got the Triforce.
No, he already got the Triforce, yeah. He's...
So, there's... No, this is... No, leave. Leave. Get out. Hard required items left are maybe a recorder. I don't think it's worth being in here. We didn't get any items out of 4, and at this point we haven't seen a whole lot of hearts. So there's a good chance that at least one of these is a heart, maybe both. Now, hearts does get you closer to Magic Sword. And you would need one more to be eligible to try it. Nice Zelda's room. So unless you're really banking on getting Magic Sword for Ganon, there's really no reason to be in this dungeon. And Cobb gonna rule out the raft spots. Probably gonna hit the coast after this. Should find level 2. So yeah, definite advantage for Cobb. It's a shame that BlessedBe did not grab that Triforce, that free Triforce in the second room of level 7. Is gonna have to go back for it.
He also did not pick up the compass to remind him of where it is.
Yeah. Hopefully it was free in the second room. You can't miss it. But just the fact he's going to have to go back there is definitely going to be a time loss. And again, probably not going to need the items in level 7. Whereas Cobb's going to find level 9 soon and level 2. And is just going to be able to do level 2 right now. It was immediately ladder blocked.
Yep, BlessedBe might have gotten the thought, I don't know what I'm looking for in here.
Oh, that is a big 9.
Enormous level 9, yikes.
Oh gosh, nice segment.
But still a fairly small level 2.
Yeah, that is a nice and small 2. The segment will be in the next room.
Cobb's going to be done here very quickly. That means Cobb is just a minute or two away from taking a 2 Triforce lead.
Okay, there's the forgotten spot for BlessedBe. BlessedBe needs to get to the northwest, up to Death Mountain. Does need to find level 6 up there. And Cobb has to go back to that 6 at some point, but now that he's got all his dungeon information, he'll have choices. Oh, he might not have seen 7 yet. 7 will be a very quick dungeon for him once he finds it. There's our compass. Okay, now it looks like we should be able to just go straight up unless we run into an old man, because in level 2, everything's gonna bomb. Or unless we run into a Tektite, I mean.
Old Man Spider says, go the long way around.
That's right. Might kill some of the enemies in any easier combat room, but anything more difficult I'm not going to bother with. Because, you know. So there's a floor heart. You know, just on the off chance you might find a red ring, but if it's, you know, not going to bother with a, you know, a blue dark nuts, for instance.
Blessed continuing his trek through Death Mountain. He's going to find his level 6 here in short order.
I believe the letter was up here too for the potions, so he'll have something to spend money on again. Speaking of potions, Cobb decides to buy a potion. And this looks like he's going to 7. That is Cobb. And this should be... We're getting really close to 6 up here.
Yep, just a couple quick screens away.
Cobb finds level 7. Let's see if he just takes the Triforce and leaves. Oh, I guess we have to kill the Aquamentus, but for BlessedBe, it'll just be sitting there, because he's already killed that Aquamentus. There's 6 for BlessedBe. That is, it looks like Vanilla 6, only overgrown.
And BlessedBe is going to head north here.
Okay, Triforce for Cobb. At a 7, just needs to get back to 6. And leaves immediately, knows that the only thing that could trip him up is that recorder.
Quick compass pickup and a transport stair.
Oh, that's really nice,
BlessedBe
yeah.
through this level 6 very quickly.
Yeah, also, I like this clearing out the easy enemies. That Stalfos are very, very quick to kill. Does run into the shoot room. Probably just needs to go down... Oh, gosh. No, we need to go around.
Gotta fight that Goma.
Yeah. We didn't have the map earlier on Cobb's side when he was here. No book yet, and we didn't find the map. That is Goma block, because from below the Triforce room is the shoot room, and everything else is beyond that room. The shoot room, I guess it's 2 rooms below the Triforce room, I believe. Cobb also back into 6. This will be the Triforce for BlessedBe.
And Cobb heading the right direction to get this compass here. Oh, but he hops into the staircase right away. Oh, he has already got the compass. He's going to take this back up to there. He's already got his silver arrows ready to take on that Goma. He's going to have his Triforce here in just a minute, and he'll be on his way to level 9.
Yeah, BlessedBe has to go back to 7, pick up the Triforce, has to dig the 1 out of 8, which is fairly deep, and get back to 2. There's that letter. So is going to be able to buy potions now, so has something to spend money on. Now, good chance we're just not going to see a magic sword tonight, because both runners at 9 hearts, 1 lower than the minimum to be able to try and possibly pick up that magic sword. And we have not seen a red ring. We have not seen a recorder. We found our required items relatively fast. So, we just don't need anything else. Cobb did buy that potion, which is going to be useful. We, sadly, that level 2 that was right next to level 9, not going to help us any because we don't have a recorder. BlessedBe is going to head out back to 7, just really quickly pick up that Triforce.
Cobb stopping at the ferry for a quick fill, so that's 3 full sets of hearts he'll have to work with as he is going to make a quick run down to level 9 here. BlessedBe with that very fast Triforce pickup in level 7, but he still has a little way to go.
Yeah, neither 8 nor 7 were very fast, and unfortunately by doing 7 before 8, it's not very convenient for him to get over to 8 because of the Lost Hills. Should go to 8 first, because 2 is right next to 9, so he can do 2 and go, a couple screens over and get into 9. And Cobb looks like he mismarked 9, off by 1 screen. Not a big deal. Oh, nice staircase. And we do have the whiz rope set without the magic sword. Not kind, game. Not kind.
I could slow Cobb down here just a little bit and allow BlessedBe to catch up. Now, Tracy, Cobb digging into this level 9 is going to be looking for and listening for a couple things in particular. And what are those things?
Yeah, we're looking for that door that will not open right now because we haven't killed Ganon. The shutter door, single shutter door in a room. And we're, of course, listening for Ganon, who's very, very noisy, and we can hear him in any orthogonally adjacent room.
Level 9 saying, I don't need to have whiz robes in every room to be scary. I'm going to put a Patra in a very challenging room to fight a Patra in.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the contrast between the 2 runners in terms of how they've dealt with Patras. Cobb has killed both the Patras he's run into. And BlessedBe just dodged the one that he ran into. And he is killing this one, though. I'm not sure if he can bomb out of this or if he has to push the block to open the door. Ooh, do we not see? Oh, maybe Cobb didn't have the money for that.
Big 7
Nice.
or
yeah, 5.
5. I can count.
Yeah, I'm not sure why BlessedBe is staying in this. We've seen all of these. We've seen all of this area. There's nothing here. Meanwhile, Cobb did up an A to start. All right, as we continue on through this level 9.
Cobb doing a
Oh,
good
grab
job
that
of
fairy.
staying just ahead of those nasty, nasty landmolas. Gets rid of them.
Northwest, okay. And that's about the only reason to go into that room, is in hopes that it gives you a hint or maybe drops a compass. Because that couldn't be Zelda because the door was open, and it couldn't be Ganon because we would have heard him.
Sadly, a lot of rooms in that northwest, and Cobb's
Yep.
not even really made it up into that area. He's gonna
No, not even
look for
close.
something to get him over there, but more than likely it could be a transport. That's his best bet at this point.
Let's find a bomb hole. And he's gonna go through it. Alright, there's a staircase. We'll see if it takes him anywhere useful.
Right on the
A few
periphery
rooms
of that
over, yeah.
northwest. Yep.
I mean, we're closer. We're a little closer.
And a key door puts him now into the actual northwest quadrant. We could see Ganon here anytime.
I think. There it is. Is it this room? No, we gotta go up. So we're gonna have to kill these likes. Wait,
Oh
what?
no!
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Bomb. That's
a
Zelda.
double find for Cobb, and if this
Yeah,
bombs,
this
this
has
is
gotta be it.
Ganon.
It's Ganon right here.
And,
Ganon in his own room. We don't see that all the time.
and unfortunately for BlessedBe, this very quick duo is gonna mean time's running out for him, as Cobb's gonna wail on Ganon. Just needs 8 hits of that white sword to finish him off, and he's got a red potion to help along the way.
Use it now. That's 4 hits, I believe. 5. Six. Okay, that was 7. I missed one. Not sure if he meant to use the potion, but it's fine because Zelda's right in the next room.
Just wants to look his best for his princess. And that is going to do it for Cobb. With this win, it's going to put him at 2-1. And with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 13 seconds, let's get some GGs in chat for cobbaconda, tonight's race winner.
Not that it mattered because we had a lot of ladder blocks, but that was a ladder block Zelda. Yeah. And let's see, BlessedBe looks like he may have been pausing to see the finish. Probably is going to, looks like he is going to keep going. In this, again, in a beginner tournament like this, I like to see runners finish. Because it's just, I think it's just good experience to take away.
I agree.
And do level 2, and, level 9 wasn't too bad.
And it's been a quick race. I mean, made a lot of progress, found a lot of items, and probably says, I still have a little bit more in me. I'll finish this one off.
Yep. And yeah, we never did hear that Super Mario RPG recorder song because we never found the recorder. Does have 1 more heart than Cobb did. Because I believe there's 1 heart on path to the Triforce here. So you know, you're already lost. You know, you might take a stab at picking up that magic sword. Or you might just figure, you know, well, good practice to do it with the white sword. He's doing a little more killing of things on his way up, maybe hoping to find one of the items. Again, a red ring would be the best thing he could find, because now we know for sure the recorder definitely not required. Alright, BlessedBe, with that Triforce, we'll be able to go like one screen over and head into 9. And waiting on, Cop says he is going to come in for the interview, we just need him to find the invite and come on in. If I remember correctly, what he needs to do is go to the left and find a transport. They'll get him over to that northwest corner.
I believe you are right.
At first transport, not really doing a whole lot. I can see why runners might, you know, stay in this kind of eastern area, because it's just not as dense. And you can, you know, kind of clear it out faster. If he goes up and to the right in this next room, he will get the hint that says northwest corner, and that will help out. Is not going to go that way. Unfortunately for BlessedBe, that roar right here, right now, is just the Patra. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna check that room. I mean, I don't blame him. That room, again, the only thing he could have is a hint or a compass or something, because we know it's not Zelda. We know it's not Ganon. So we'll just have to make his way over to this northwest corner. We should be joined by Cobbaconda very shortly. And there we are. GG's, Cobb.
Thank you very kindly.
Yeah, it was a shorter race, but definitely still a very exciting one. The hint sent you in the, or sorry, you didn't pick up
Nope.
any of the hints in the hint shop. We saw the hints on BlessedBe's side saying that there was a ladder in 8, and we started to get the idea that that might get him the ladder he needed early, but you headed in the right direction too and found it yourself, and very quickly started to pull away in the closing minutes of this race.
Yeah, I was thinking initially I got hit with those door repairs seemed outrageous, and I really wanted that blue ring, so I skipped the hint shops early, and I probably wasn't going to go back for them unless I got really stuck. But if that was the case, I'd probably be dead in the water anyway.
Yeah, it did not end up really slowing you down tonight, as you kept a good clip through all these dungeons tonight, found the items that you needed and not too much else, and made it in a 9 about 6 or 7 minutes ahead of your competitor tonight, as we see BlessedBe
He's in the right
the
room.
right area.
Yep.
That's Zelda right there. He's just got a bomb to the left, and he'll have himself a Ganon.
He might choose to kill these first. I think it might be the door above, but it doesn't open, so now he knows that Zelda's going to be here, which is good, because now he'll just kill Ganon and just know. That works out really well. Yeah, this 9 was interesting. You got through it a little, like, you kind of both stayed over on the right side, and then you got that hint in that one little room that's kind of sticking out there. A room that BlessedBe skipped, and I confess, I would have skipped it too, because it couldn't be Ganon, it couldn't be Zelda. But it turned out to be the hint to tell you where to go for Ganon, so it worked out well for you.
Yeah, when I get into 9, I just want to clear staircases. I'll check any room.
There's that last ladder block. Everything was ladder block this seed.
And BlessedBe finishing out this race with an official time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, 23 seconds. So this race does, that is your third and final race of the group stage here at Cobb, and that's going to give you a record of 2-1. You're going to have to watch and see how the last 2 races in your group go to determine whether you advance automatically or if there's the potential for a tiebreaker race that we've already seen happen a couple times in other groups.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good people in the group, so yeah, it could be easy that 3 of us end up 2-1.
And, we have the play-in race on Saturday night. Should you somehow not make it through, you going to play the play-in race on Saturday?
I will be there with bells on.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I think it's great that they're doing that, opening it to, for those of you that don't know, there's a race on Saturday night. I don't know what the exact time is, but they're going to have everybody in the tournament, if they don't make it into brackets as one of the top 2 players in their group, they get to play. They can choose to play in that race, and I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. And we do welcome in BlessedBe, GG's.
GG, BlessedBe.
Yeah, GG, Cobba.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like BlessedBe just kind of did a little more efficient clearing of the overworld. And I gotta ask you, Blessed, in level 7, you went in there, you found the Triforce immediately, dug a little bit deeper, but didn't actually grab the Triforce the first time.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. In fact, when I went back into 7, I'm like, okay, I gotta dig this out. Let me go fill up my heart containers. I know I filled up my heart containers, and I'm like, all right, I think this is a mess. I think I died in there. So let's just get buffed up and then go in. And I walked in and I looked at my notes, and my notes said that the Triforce is right there, and it's like, oh, well.
I mean, it happens,
Yeah, it's no big deal. I'm very forgetful when it comes to these seeds. I try to map out each one of my dungeons 1 through 8, even though it's a kind of slower. I will forget. I know I will forget.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that by itself was not the deciding factor. I don't think it didn't help you. But,
I went back into 4. I went back into 4 thinking I needed to go dig that out for a Triforce, and I got in there and it's like, wait a second, what am I doing here? So like I did burn some time in a little bit of places, but to be fair, this is the fastest I've ever done a Z1R run in any of my seeds. So like I'm not upset by it by any means. And a 103, like that's insane. Like Cobba did so good.
Yeah,
I was one.
Go ahead.
I was one move away from losing the game because I got into 8. I got Trolldangoed in the room with the ladder. I cleared out the rest of along that row. I ended up getting bombs, I think, from a whiz robe, and I ended up going back to clear out the room. And I up 8 or something else. I missed that ladder. I was dead.
Yeah, you got it was a dark nut set, and I'm not sure whether it was a red dark nut or a Gibdo, but yeah, you did get the bomb drop you needed to go back and get those Dodongos, because you didn't get the hint. We thought that was gonna be a big advantage for you, Bless, because you got the hint that said, "Hey, there's a ladder sitting in level 8," and considering that when you all walked into 8 the first time, it was very clearly ladder blocked to the north. And of course, it did not have bombs to go to the west, which is what you need to do, because
I think I might have had bombs when I first checked 8, but I did.
I don't think you did.
I know. Well, even if I did, I wouldn't have even thought to have bombed there. Like the thought didn't even cross my mind. And in fact, when I went back into 8 the second time to go get the ladder, I walked up and I realized it was ladder locked, and it's like, well, I guess I'm leaving 8. I don't have the ladder. And then it's like, wait, the hint said 8 has the ladder. Right?
Yep.
And then that's when it clicked in my head, like, oh, bomb to the left. Okay.
Yeah, because early on, the bombs were 40 rupees, which neither of you end up having to buy. But very early on, it was very slow going because 40 rupee bombs, and it took you all a while to find a sword.
Yeah, I think it was like 50 minutes when I found the wooden sword.
Yeah, and you took an interesting strategy in the first few minutes, opting for hearts out of those first 2 take any caves, and that turned out to be enough for you to pick up the white sword as your first sword. Of course, both of you getting white sword as first sword, because the wood sword was way up in Death Mountain.
Yeah, that wood sword was in a terrible location.
That first heart I picked up at the beginning, I considered grabbing the candle so that I could go clear some tiles, hit retry, and then pick up the heart again and go get the sword. I considered that, but then I was like, let's just go grab the heart. It'll help me in the overworld. I take so much damage when I run these
well, somewhere Chest Jerk is smiling.
Yeah, it worked out.
The elf gotta have heart, so. But yeah, I mean, both well done by both of you.
Yeah, they're both really good times. I'm thoroughly happy, with the 111. That's the fastest I've done.
Absolutely, you should be, and that's going to put you at 1-1 after tonight's race. You have one more race coming up, and
our category is pretty wild right now. Yeah, can go a lot of different directions.
Easily setting up for potential for a 3-way tie of 2-1s across the board. So we'll see how that turns out. Your third and final race, BlessedBe, is tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern, I believe.
Yes.
Restream to be determined.
Yeah, and of course, I'm going to ask you the same question I've been asking all the runners of late. Should you not make it in, are you gonna try for one more, try one more time on Saturday? Awesome.
Yeah. If I'm not one of the top 2, I'm definitely doing that race.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun to see how that race turns out.
I
have no idea what the restream situation is, but I'm hoping we get like multiple restreams on that, because not a whole lot going on right now on the SG channels. It's kind of a lull before the storm of SG Live coming up, so it'd be really neat if we get a couple of restreams going on of different players for that final race.
All right. Any other final comments from either of you guys tonight? Don't want to keep you too long, but
thanks for the restream. Thanks for commenting. Thanks tracking. And good luck, BlessedBe, on your third race.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And Tracy, any more thoughts from you tonight after this very exciting race?
Let's see what we got coming up on the schedule overall. Yeah. Let's see. So we do have that BlessedBe match versus Rywek. That'll be tomorrow again at 2 o'clock. And then we have, I'm not going to name all the racers just because we don't know what's going to be on Restream. But we also have races at 8 o'clock, 3 races at 10 o'clock. I know at least one of those 10 o'clock races, I'm pretty certain is for the second spot in that group. So lots of action tomorrow. We'll see what all gets restreamed. So keep an eye on that SG schedule to see what's going on tomorrow. And then, of course, a couple races on Friday, it looks like, and then the winners take all. Let's see. So I believe there are going to be 8 spots for 24 runners, if I'm not mistaken. So will be really fun to see that final race.
You are right there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another tiebreaker race or two have to pop up in the schedule in the next couple of days in advance of that LCQ race, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night.
Yep, that'll be really interesting to see. But yeah, you're right. I know there are some groups out there that could have that tie. We had one already. Like there was one group that just got all the races done the first week, did their tiebreaker on Saturday. So
yeah, that was me. I was.
There you go.
Rather, I commentated that race for the other 3 members of my bracket.
I see.
So I have had that LCQ firmly on my calendar for quite some time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But that is.
Good luck to all 3 of you. And we haven't shout out Chaos Finale, our tracker tonight. Trackers always our MVPs. We've had some new people, and I believe this may have been one of, I don't know if it's his first time, but it's certainly our newer trackers are absolutely killing it. And I still think this is the hardest game to track. So of all the stuff that I call. So huge shout outs to Chaos Finale.
You're right about that. So, next couple of nights, we got a lot of big races coming your way, but that is going to do us for us tonight here. Last race of the night. Our big thanks go out to SpeedGaming for the restream, and again to tonight's amazing tracker, Chaos Finale, and both our runners for a terrific race. I'm Nick Has a Game alongside the fabulous Tracy M, and I'm reminding you to stop writing on the walls. Good night, everybody.